Earlier this year, Konami announced a brand new OCG set known as the Duelist Box Prismatic Summon, and for the longest time, we didn't really know what the content would be in the set, but now we do. Not only has Konami officially announced the deck the duelist case, the storage boxes, the deck boxes, the sleeves, and all that other shit, but they've also revealed pretty much all of its new cards, and most of its from what I know, most of its reprints. So I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna get straight into it because there's a lot to talk about. So let's get down to it. First up is obviously the reveal of the storage boxes, to which this is what it looks like. So right here you've got Synchro, you've got Fusion, Ritual, Xyz, Pendulum, and Link. So those are the storage boxes that will be in the set. Then of course you have your sleeves again, obviously Synchro, Fusion, Ritual, Xyz, Pendulum, and Link. Which the sleeves look amazing. The fusion sleeves and the Xyz sleeves, they look super clean. 100%, they look really, really clean. And then of course you have the deck boxes. Obviously you've got the Ritual, the Fusion. You've got the Synchro, the Xyz, the Pendulum, and then of course you have the Link storage deck boxes, which again they look amazing. They look absolutely incredible. Then of course you have the coins as well. Again, excuse me. Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, Pendulum, and Link. Which again, my honest opinion, the coins, they look pretty cool. They look pretty cool. I think my opinion, I think the Fusion one, I think the Fusion coin looks really cool, just because of the fact that it literally resembles polymerization. So it's super nice. Then it also comes with a special Duelist card protector, large and clear, special large, and a clear special deck coaster, which apparently the center can be popped off, which apparently looks like this. So apparently you get a pack of oversleeves, and then this coaster, which you can tell right here, the center could just be popped off, and you can treat it as like a coin or something, which is really cool. As far as the reprints go, the first batch of reprints have been revealed. So the first batch of reprints will be excuse me. Sorry guys, trying to clear my throat here. We have Incantation Talismandra, Manju of the 10,000 Hands, Incantation Kandal, King of the Swamp, Demise, Supreme King of Armageddon, Ruin, Supreme Queen of Oblivion, Guardian Chimera, Sandwich, which is very funny, Garua, Wings of Resonant Life, Muddy Mud Dragon, Proxy F Magician, Instant Fusion, Ready Fusion, Advanced Ritual Art, Relinquished Fusion, excuse me, End of the World, and Cycle of the World. So those are the first batch of reprints that have been announced. Now for the first batch of new cards that had been revealed, and I believe there I believe it was just 2 with the first batch. Yeah, I think it's just like a few new cards. I believe Konami announced that there would be 1 new card for every summoning method. I believe so. Excuse me. But the first new card is actually a ritual, and is known as End of the World Ruler. So it's basically a play on of the Armageddon of the Demise deck, if you will. Kind of badass, actually, if you ask me. 10-star Dark Fiend Ritual, 3K attack, 2900 defense. Says you can ritual summon this card with any End of the World card. The second and third effects are both once per turn. Excuse me. The first effect reads, this card's name becomes Demise, King of Armageddon while in the hand or field. Second effect reads, you can reveal this card in your hand, pay 2,000 life points, and banish 1 ritual spell from your deck. Apply that card's activation effect, that ritual summons a monster. The third effect reads, you can pay 2,000 life points, destroy as many other cards on the field as possible, then this card gains 2,900 attack. Okay, so being able to give this card literally 5,900 attack is kind of cracked, but the big problem is that the Demise decks they're not even that good, to be fair. But I think this card will make the deck even better. I feel like just because of the fact that it's a way to pretty much just nuke the entire board and put yourself in a position where if you're able to push for lethal, then you basically have it. Like you would need exactly a 2,100 attack monster to ensure that you would have lethal on board, potentially going second. So hypothetically speaking, if you were to ritual summon this card from your hand right off the bat, you pay the 2,000. You paid the 2,000. You nuke your opponent's entire board. Then you can basically give this card 2,900 attack. That's automatically 5,900 attack. You would need a normal summon of a monster that has 2,100 attack, which there aren't a whole lot of them in. There aren't a whole lot of them in the format. So you would need to like go for like a fusion or a synchro play that has a 2,100 body to literally just lethal them in one shot. So it's not bad, but it's super. But it's. I feel like the card's a bit slow, just because of the fact that ritual decks, they're not as impactful as when Necros was in the format. Because when Necros was in the format, everybody was playing rituals, because it was either Necros or you weren't playing Yu-Gi-Oh at all. But next up we have Nightmare Eyes Restrict. So a play-on of the original Thousand Eyes Restrict. Kind of freaky looking. But super badass. Gotta admit. 1-star Dark Illusion Fusion. Try saying that 10 times fast. Let's see here. 0 attack and defense. And of course, 2 monsters with different types. Fiend, Illusion, or Spellcaster. The first effect is a once per turn, and it has 4 separate effects. The first effect reads, if this card is special summoned, or if this card battles at the end of the battle phase, you can equip one monster your opponent controls to it. Second effect reads, gains attack equal to those equipped monsters' total attack. Third effect reads, if this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. Fourth effect reads, your opponent's monsters cannot attack monsters except for this one. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that Instant Fusion is going to be even more cracked than ever before. I have a feeling. You can even also use Ready Fusion as well. But for the most part, you're gonna end up fusion summoning this card normally, and you're getting literally all of its effects. This card is 10 times stronger than the original Thousand Eyes Restrict. It's a lot stronger than Millennium Eyes Restrict, because this card you can literally just equip. You can equip multiple monsters to this card, and its attack would just go up. It would just skyrocket to where you could potentially push for lethal, especially if you added a card like if you equipped, like, let's say, Megamorph to it. Oh my god. Yeah, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, yeah, that's definitely a lethal. That is a lethal injection, to say the very least. I will say, I do believe that this card is definitely going to be used in so many different types of decks, so many different dark magician decks that can use fiends as well, potentially. This can also be used in in the Archfiend decks, because I know that Archfiends use up fiends and a couple of illusions, so it's kind of cracked if you ask me. Now for the last batch of new cards, and I believe that was the only batch of reprints in the set. I'm not entirely sure, but here's the first new card, the next new card, which is for Synchros, and it's known as Infernal Strike Fighter. So it's basically a play on of Dark Strike Fighter, but with an added twist. And the artwork looks pretty sick. 7-star Dark Machine Synchro, 2600 attack, 1800 defense. And it requires a tuner and one or more non-tuners, so pretty generic. The effects read as follows. During the main phase 2, as a quick effect, you can destroy as many face-up monsters on the field as possible, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the combined original levels of those destroyed monsters times 200. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target a level 5 or lower machine in your grave, special summon it in defense, and you can only use each effect once per turn. Hold up. Okay, hold up. We gotta talk about this. Oh my god. Okay, so if you guys remember, a long time ago, during the days of, I think, was it not Edison, but it was the format after Edison, where Dark Strike Fighter was legal in that format. Everybody was citing in cards that would stop Dark Strike Fighter. So cards like Solemn Judgment, cards like Solemn Warning, were just some of the cards that were used to stop Dark Strike Fighter, because of the fact that I believe it's banish a card from your grave to pop a monster on the board and your opponent takes damage equal to that monster's attack. So because of that, because of that card, because of excuse me, because of that format, it got banned for so many years, and within the last 6 or 7 years or so, um, it got taken off the list with an errata that makes it so the effect is a once per turn, meaning that you can only pop one card per turn. Um, so yeah, this card is basically Dark Strike Fighter if it went to rehab and started to get high again. Literally, that's what this card is. That's literally what it is. And and that effect is a once per turn, meaning that you can literally threaten lethal right off the bat. So the only way that this card's effect would not be triggered is if your opponent used cards like potentially Imperm, or if they found a way to pop it. If they don't find a way to pop it, you they just lose. They just automatically lose. And also and also when you look at this card's second effect, if this card is drawn by battle or card effect, you can target a level 5 or lower machine in your grave and special summon it in defense. Literally, this can be used in Cyber Dragons. It can be used in Cyber Dragons because the idea would be for you to special summon Sidra, normal summon any 2-star tuner monster, sink them off into this card, go battle phase, and then just go straight into your main phase 2, nuke their entire board, and they get dealt a shit ton of damage. You set your back row, and you just pass your turn, and then you just repeat that cycle over and over until they lose all their life points. This card kind of cracked, absolutely nasty. Next up, we've got Galaxy Eyes Antimatter. So yeah, Galaxy Eyes, that only means one thing: Exceed summoning. So there is the Exceed. Actually looks kind of weird looking. It is super weird. The artwork is not. It's like it's like an okay artwork. They could have done better with it, but that's just me. Let's see here. It is a rank 9 Light Dragon Exceeds with 4,000 attack, 0 defense, and requires 2 level 9 monsters. Once per turn, you can also exceed something this card by using an Exceed monster you control with 3 or more materials. Transfer its materials. Any battle damage this card with material inflicts to your opponent is halved. You can detach one material from this card. This card gains the ability this turn to make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Then if the detached material was a monster, you can send a monster with the same type from your deck to the grave. Oh my god. Okay. So if you're playing Galaxy Eyes, right? What would be the play? It'd be what? It would be what Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon, special summon it, special summon special summon Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, overlay them into what you call it, into Cypher Dragon, then rank it up into Cypher X Dragon, detach two materials off of it, and then you wait a full turn cycle. Your turn comes up. You go draw for turn. Standby. Cypher X effect triggers. You summon out Cypher Dragon by attaching Photon Dragon plus Cypher Dragon, or sorry, plus Cypher X Dragon. Cypher X Dragon is summon Cypher Dragon. You rank up into full armor Photon Dragon, then rank it up into Cypher Blade Dragon, and then you would go into Antimatter Dragon. So it would have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 materials, I think. Let's see. Let's see. Photon Dragon, Cypher X Dragon, full armor Photon Dragon, Cypher Blade Dragon. Yeah, that's about 5 materials it would have. So that's actually kind of cracked. And again, 4,000 attack. That's kind of crazy. But the only downside is that the damage is cut in half. That's like the only downside. But I mean, it's like, if you have a way to give Antimatter Dragon like a shit ton of attack, that's pretty sick, because this could potentially threaten lethal. But this is a really good way to not only attack multiple times in a single turn, but it's also a good way to foolish out a card, a copy of potentially Afterglow Dragon to go into as fodder for Galaxy Zero, which is really good, really cool. Next up, we have Wind Unicorn Parallel, the Draco Slayer. So it seems as if True Draco and Magispectors have joined forces. It seems like, because this is basically Kieran, but if it aligns itself with True Draco. 6-star Wind Spellcaster Pendulum, 2,000 with 2k attack and defense. Let's see, the pen skill is 2, and both its pen effect and monster effect are once per turn. The pen effect reads: if you have a card in your other pendulum zone, you can activate one of these effects. Special summon this card, or destroy this card, and if you do, special summon a level 5 or lower pendulum from your pendulum zone. The monster effect reads: while this pendulum summon card is in your monster zone, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. The other effect reads, as a quick effect, you can target one pendulum monster card you control, and a card your opponent controls, return them to the hand. So the second monster effect is basically double compulse, which is really good. It's a good way to to set your opponent back a turn, and they would have to wait a full turn cycle to summon out X body back to the board again, which is pretty sick. But let's just be real, Match Inspectors, they never gonna come back. It's just too broken. It's just not. No, just not even gonna go there. Next, and now for the final new card of the video and of this set. It is known as, get this, you ready? Crystalron Halcyon Fibrax Prism. And before I reveal the card, I want to give a big shout out to one of my new subscribers. Shout outs to Carlos. He mentioned to me a few times before that he plays Crystalron Canine damn near religiously. So this card might be perfect for his deck if it ever gets released in the TCG. And he's been and he actually works at Bear Cave, which is located in Northridge. Actually, it's located in Northridge, and I was there last night for their Edison tournament, and unfortunately I got 7th, which, I mean, it's like okay, it's like whatever. It's not like it's the end of the world. There's obviously gonna be more opportunities, more opportunities to to um, 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 to to potentially get third or second or whatever, but still. But again, not the end of the world. But shout outs to Carlos. This one's for you, man. There is your new Crystalron Halqifibrax. I have a feeling that the original might come off the ban list. I'm just saying. It's very possible when this card gets released in the TCG. I have a feeling that Halqifibrax might come back, and this will make decks like Stardust and excuse me, and potentially Red Dragon Archfiend decks become even more powerful than ever before. Possibly, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's see here. It is a Water Machine Link 3 with 1500 attack, and its arrows are bottom left, bottom right, and requires 2 or more monsters, including a tuner. The effects read as follows: If this card is Link Summon, excuse me, you can special summon a tuner from your action deck in defense with a level less than or equal to the total original levels of the monsters used as material. Let's see here. The other effect reads: during your opponent's main or battle phase, as a quick effect, you can banish this card you control, special summon 3 Crystalron tokens, which would be all 1-star Water Machine with 0 attack and defense, but they cannot be tributed. You can only use each effect once per turn. Again, token spam. You summon out a tuner from your extra deck. This is basically a much more better version of the original Halqifibrax, and this basically just ensures that you go into more bodies in a deck like Stardust, which is kind of crazy. I have to admit. I'm not so sure what kind of end boards it can do in a deck like Crystalron Canine. Maybe potentially in Yummy decks, because I know that Yummy Mitsurugi. Oh my god, yeah. Probably gonna be a cracked board, to say the very least. But yeah, as far as that goes, that's just like pretty crazy. That's just cracked. The other batch of reprints are basically synchro related. So we have Destrudo the Lost Dragon's Frisson, Hopier Squadron, Ringo Worm the Dragon Guardian of the 100 Apples, the Dragon guarding the 100 Apples, Red Nova, Golden Cloud Beast Maolong, Tri-Edge Master, Cupid Pitch, Tatsunoko, and Shamisen Samsara Sorrow Cat. So those are the synchro related reprints. I don't know if we're gonna be getting any other reprints. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure. If we do, I'll probably throw them into a random video that I'll be doing. I'm not entirely sure, but again, you guys will know in a future video. But with that being said, honestly, my opinion, I think this says a bit lackluster. I feel like if Konami had done 3 cards for each summoning method, 100% this would have been such a much better set. But I think out of all the new cards, I think the top I believe in my opinion the top 3 that are going to completely change the meta in 2026 will be the new fusion, the new synchro, and potentially the new Crystal and Link. As far as the others, the new ritual is just not that good. It's super conditional, and it basically just. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. It does give itself 2,900 attack, but it's like, what's that gonna do? It'll just get negated anyway. So it's like it doesn't really make much of a difference. And then the new pendulum, it's like whatever, not even that good. And then the new Galaxy Eyes Xyz, it's decent. It's decent, but you would have to you would have to summon that card as like a last resort type of deal. So it's just not that good. Not that good. But again, 3 new cards for each summoning type. 100% this set would have been so much better. But I think people are gonna probably buy out cases and cases and cases of the set, mainly for the deck boxes and the sleeves. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to say the very least. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on excuse me, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. If you guys want to send me fan mail, you guys want me to open it up on the channel, you guys can send me whatever you guys want. It could be sealed product, it could be singles, it could literally be anything. Whatever you guys are, it could even just be a simple letter. All the info will be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.